What's up, guys? This is Cromar with TGN, and I'm bringing you some League of Legends. This is a game featuring a couple of our friends here, Jaslyn and Aiden. Jaslyn is a Gold 2 player, and Aiden is a Platinum 5 player. One of the best players we know, other than, of course, our friends in the Challenger tier, but they don't count because they're just too good.
Yeah, they're not people.
They're not real people.
When you get to, like, Challenger, you lose your humanity.
Exactly. You become a League of Legends robot. So the other guy who just started talking out of nowhere, I don't know where he came from, but his name is Pureshield.
Who is
this Pureshields guy? I don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is either, but he snuck into the cast somehow. So
y'all know who I is?
Well, yeah, they will after this cast, that's for sure. But anyway, this game is just a random ranked game, draft ranked, whatever, and it sounds like it's going to be some fun. We have no idea if it's going to be good or not because it is happening live as we are recording it. Let's see, the setup here, we have Jaslyn on Draven. That's her favorite champion. I play with her all the time, and Aiden playing Janna bot lane. I don't usually play Janna with her, though. I usually play Taric, and we just dominate at level 2. It's ridiculous. Also, on the comp, we have Jax running top with Ignite. We have Elise in the jungle, and I guess we have a mid-Elise Sin. Everybody, I guess that was a fad like 2 months ago. I guess it's coming back. Versus Pureshield's favorite champion, Nasa's top lane. I don't think it's actually his favorite. I just wish he would play that every game.
Yeah, he wishes I play it every single game. But this Nasus is actually doing an alternate build that I personally like to do as well. But again, like lately I've been fighting, Lifesteal, Hard Push, Ignite with Flash a little bit better than Teleport. And Ghosts, but that's a different story. It is a jungle kill, I believe, or they're just doing race right now. I think they're just doing a race up here, which is actually a really good strategy. If your jungler is starting red, you can definitely start from blue a little bit, take the wolves, and then if your jungler is starting blue, you can take the wraiths.
Right. And then he's not going to need the race anytime soon because he's got plenty of time before he gets to him. Also, he might just take red because he is Nunu, so he can just eat it. He'll probably take red really early. And they did not, or did he do a smiteless?
No, he didn't do it.
He did a smiteless. He used consume for his smite. Yeah, there we go. That makes perfect sense. So anyway, they also have Kayle mid, and that's kind of interesting. They have no AP champions, or no traditional AP mids in this comp. I guess I don't know if that's where the meta is going. It kind of seems to go back and forth ever since Season 3. But we have an early gank from Elise, and that's not going to go anywhere. Kayle easily jukes that one. Yeah, well, she figured on the way by, why not? What did they do with the blue buff actually for blue team? They haven't even picked it up yet. She went red first.
No, they haven't. She started red first. I think she wanted to do for an early gank.
Yeah.
However, there was just no lanes available for ganking. She just had to do a little harass. Maybe again, like this is just a solo queue match, so you have all kind of different flavors, all kind of different colors. So you never really know what these guys are doing. However, here comes a little bit of counter jungling action right here. Nunu starting off. Oh man, just instantly giving that, no problem.
Yeah, he was able to steal it, but he's in really nasty enemy territory here. Kayle's going to come up to try to support him.
There we go.
I don't know. Elise.
I don't know if make it.
The repel just went nowhere for Elise. I guess she messed that up, or maybe she just wasn't able to get in range in time. But there you go.
Oh wow, here we go.
And Elise catches.
Wow, this is gonna be a turn.
I don't know. Maybe not. He got away with the blue. I don't think they're gonna be able to chase it any farther, and they do escape. Okay, well, Pureshield, you take the next one. But up top, what do you think about this Nasus and Jax? As a Nasus player, do you fear Jax as an opponent?
I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, I don't really like the build this Nasus is going with the rejuvenation beat.
Oh yeah.
He is expecting to. You build that because you want to whittle other people down, not necessarily because you want to survive against someone else, right?
Yeah.
So what I found to be very effective on Nasus lately is actually opening Doran's shields is not a bad idea. Doran's shield, people underestimate that item, and then
ever since they buffed it, yeah.
Exactly, it reduces auto attack. So even if the person is poking you, even if they're playing range, someone who can pull you, you can basically lifesteal away with auto attacks a minion, or even just by last hitting. And your Q does so much damage overall that every time you Q, you pretty much restore like a quarter of your bar. So what you want to do is not really go with the rejuvenation beat, but something that gives you a bit of survival. He's going, by the looks of it, though, he does have 48 armor, so he's not really, shorting himself on the armor runes or specs.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of armor runes.
Yeah, absolutely. So then with Jax, though, he's got a little bit of hybrid. He gets a little bit of magic damage as well. But at the same time, though, look at
that was pretty quick. It took about half of Soraka's health there in one burst. That low-level Draven burst is crazy. He has such a powerful all-in at level 2, as I know from experience. So there is actually a gank up top, and Jax is going to be able to escape this, it looks like. But they're going to go for a dive. Ooh, I don't know.
This is going to be a first blood right here for sure.
Yeah, but are they going to get a revenge kill? Jax, look at that play! Jax flashing forward. He dies to the... whatever the hell that spell is called, the big blue circle from Nasus is going to kill him off.
That's blue.
That circle thing that people dramatically underestimate.
That's Halo, right?
Whenever they go.
Halo.
Yeah, it's the big ring. The big ring. The
That's
Nasus.
what the game's called Halo.
Yeah.
Because at least though, trying to no, not really doing much, just keeping the lane alive. This is going to push to the tower, and Jax is going to miss him last this year. But all that EXP is going to go for Elise, so she's going to hit 6 a little bit before. I think at this rate, she's going to hit 6 a lot before bot, and she might be able to go for a dive as well. But I know a lot of junglers like to dive when they hit level 6. And
God knows I do.
Oh, you like to dive too much. Here comes a little bit of action from Lee Sin, wheeling down the Kayle. However, that's not a really good idea, charging behind the enemy lines like that.
Yeah.
Definitely opening them up for some ganks.
Damage.
Cromar, what do you think? Who do you think had the bigger advantage right now? Elise just soaked up a huge amount of EXP up top and trying to chase down the masses. Do you think Nunu still has a massive advantage overall?
Late game, I think Nunu has an enormous advantage, but at this point in the game, no. I would say Elise is a more effective ganker based on the lead that she has and experience, and also just based on the champion.
Right. The gold right now difference between the two is actually 400. So just by sheer assist and also, wow, he did have one death though, but just also counter jungling and the amount of farm he's gotten, Nunu is actually ahead by literally a kill at this point. Like first at this point.
That's not bad.
And level advantage wise, it looks like Elise and Nunu are going to hit 6 around the same time. As long as Elise doesn't dilly-dally a little bit, just go focus on the clears. Nunu is soaking up some nice EXP from Minnow.
Yeah, Jax came actually pretty close there against Nasus. He was trading and did not go well for him. Down bottom, forced a flash on Soraka. They got, I don't know. They shouldn't. That's what happens when you focus a support, man. The AD carry fights back, and it doesn't go well for you. So it looks like Aiden and Jazz are going to be forced to retreat. I don't know. Ezreal might actually get this. There might have been a miscommunication.
Oh my God, that was a nice heal right there.
Ooh, it was.
Oh, no, here comes Nunu.
Nunu's going to eat somebody right here. Oh, he decides to
watch
consume
this. Kayle's from behind, though. Look at Kayle.
Yeah, they're going to dive this. This is going to be a huge dive.
4-man dive, yep.
And
nice
barrier!
These
These guys will not die. They're just hanging in there. There, finally.
As soon as you say they do not die, they're gonna die.
As soon as absolutely, and they're done.
Yeah, they're dead. Oh my God, that's a 4-man dive. Right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was
it's
a
like
soft
7
dive
minutes,
too. That was
they're gonna push down this tower too.
Yeah, this is gonna be easy tower. That's such a soft dive. I mean, the way I like to do it, as Pureshield knows, I like to just run in there, tower, whatever. But they were being really, really cautious and didn't want to take any unnecessary tower damage. But it looks like we have a little bit of interference here from Lee Sin and Elise trying to save that. I wonder, what do you think there? Is she going to be able to pick him off, or is the CC going to get her down? I think
Nunu's going to get away easily.
Yeah, she did. Too much CC, man. Too much CC. The slow from Nunu and the silence from Soraka prevented her from executing her combo properly, which sucks. I guess I never really thought about that. That silence really is devastating to Elise, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's like, oh, look, you're not in spider form for 2.5 seconds now. Ha, ha, ha.
Ha, ha, lo.
Yeah, that silence is so powerful. It's like such a simple ability. It's like one of the simplest things in the game. It's an instant thing. It's not even a projectile. It hits them from a really long range, and all it does is silence them in like a little piddly amount of damage, but it's so powerful at the right time against certain champions. God. It's so powerful.
Remember back in the day when the old man Pureshield and the old man the Cromar sticking, a little bit older on the Cromar side. Get it? Making fun of your age.
Yeah. Because I'm like 90 years old. Yeah.
He's 90 years old, and I'm like 12, so I'm also very old. Yeah. Here comes I didn't snap that ward. Look at that ward kill! Oh my God! Can we get instant replay on that ward kill?
I didn't watch the ward kill. I was watching Kayle and Lee Sin fight in mid, but I will believe you that there was a ward kill of some kind. It'll be on the mini map if anybody wants to watch it. Look at Nasus going all in. He's gonna go for a tower dive.
Still not as exciting as the ward kill, but very good job from Nasus right there.
Yeah, I got it on camera while Pureshield was talking about wards. I was watching the things that were actually happening, so that's good for me.
Again, ward kills very important to all of us. This is actually a huge advantage overall for red or purple.
Look, I can't lie, okay? I can't lie. Yeah. I support player primarily, and ward kills are very exciting. I get kind of excited, to put it mildly.
Like, gets excited, he gets excited.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit.
It's exciting.
I would really like to see some more kills out of bot lane, or any kills at all at this point. Were they still at 0? Yeah, they're still at 0 kills bot lane. From Jaslyn and Aiden. Obviously, we're extremely biased in this case, but that's okay. It's just a friendly game.
Look at this flank from Kayle coming down there. This is going to be a dead Jaslyn and Aiden right here.
That's bad. They can't.
Let's see if there's a play. No, there's no way they can make a play out of that.
Not with Janna not even being 6 yet. That's
and look at this tower, though. This tower has no health at all.
The tower's no health. Flash from Kayle, and done. Things are looking bad for blue team.
You know what? I believe they can make this back, but that chance of making this back is is thinning. They're behind by 3K gold. That's one almost large item at this point.
Yeah.
At the 10-minute mark, which is actually a huge difference if Purple decides to do a team push. But again, though, this is solo queue, so there won't be much to team fighting until maybe later on. There's going to be a lot of dilly-dally and a lot of lane play. Here comes a little bit of Dragon attempt here from Purple. And is Lee's going to be able to steal this? I highly doubt it, but you might be able to do enough damage to stop him from doing this. Entirely possible. Dragon's almost down to half. And it looks like is Aiden going to be able to? Sorry, Jasmine's going to be able to reinforce this with his ultimate. They're not going to probably back off.
Oh,
Elise will throw away her life.
Elise!
Why would you do that?
Why, Elise? Why? That's
Why?
okay. That's okay. That's going to be a free Dragon from Red, just piling on to the advantages to Red team right now. Kills, gold, experience. Just about everything going in their favor now.
And even the tower right now. So bot lane is, I think that knowing how Jaslyn and Naiden will play and any good AD bottom will play, they actually wouldn't try and follow and basically try and match for the. Oh my God, Lee Sin just goes down. There was no chance of escaping that between Nunu slow.
Perma slow. Those are two of the most annoying slows in the game. Actually, they've also got Nasus. They've got the 3 most annoying slows in the game on their team, on Red team. That I'm sure that's a conscious effort. In addition to that, they've got a silence, so you can't even flash away. It's just a real pain in the ass to deal with. They've also got Blood Boil to go with Nasus. That's such a powerful, unappreciated combo. Not because of the attack speed, because of the move speed. Yeah. Because between Wither and the fact that this guy is just an unstoppable juggernaut and you can't get away from him, he's just chasing you and cueing you in the head over and over again. The Blood Boil is just terrifying on him. So
if you look at it this way, between Kale's buff, Nunu's buff, and Soraka's buffs.
Yes.
Nasus is an unstoppable force for any AD, primarily AD.
Even
team.
Ezreal buffs him, for God's sakes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you might as well, you could use that for Ezreal, you can use that for Kale, right? Because attack speed buffs
but you'll use it for Nasus.
Maybe.
Late game. Well,
Nasus, do everything on Nasus.
Hyper carry Nasus, man. I'm telling you, everybody else on this team is here to get them through this early and mid game. I always prefer Ezreal as an earlier mid game AD carry. Late game, I'd prefer to have somebody else, like maybe Draven, for example. Not that Ezreal's ineffective, I just prefer other AD carries late game. But Nasus is the king of hyper carries in my mind. I don't know anybody who can match him. I mean, obviously there's like Irelia and Jax that are up there, but Jesus Christ, I mean, Nasus is one of these characters that he is just a straight up raid boss, and he gets fed. He gets fed enough. That's really blue team's only hope. They have to shut him down. And as I say that, I look at his farm and see that he has 91 farm at 12 minutes.
Second highest farm on the map. You know, Jasmine's keeping up with him on farm. Look at this though. I think that Jax might be throwing his life away if he keeps chasing this. She's not gonna bring that Nasus. That's a waste of ignite.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it does force Nasus to go back a little bit, but at the same time though, you're giving team the ability to shop.
Yeah.
And last thing you will want is your Nasus shopping.
Yeah, that's I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, if he misses some CS, that'll be helpful, but you really didn't need to piss away the ignite there. It might have got a little scared. I guess if I was that Jax, I'd be feeling intimidated. Actually, if I was that Jax, I'd be depressed because I'm not in a good situation at all.
Oh, absolutely. This is bad news. Better for purple team.
Yeah.
I mean, blue team. They still have some advantage. I mean, there's some small chance for them to make up, but again though, this Elise is not doing them a favor. If you look how weak she is right now, right? She barely has over 1,000 health, 1,200.
Look at the trading up top. Jack's making a very bad decision to trade with Nasus. By the time he decided to run away, it was too late and the ult was up. In the mid lane, Nunu is going to take out Elise, although Kale managed to pick off the last hit, and then they also
this is going to be a death thing too.
That's
2 and 10 disadvantage right now for blue team. I don't think this game will go on for very long if this keeps up. Nasus is coming back from the flank. There's no war for Jax to pick up this. He's going to probably get Wither and Dove at this point. Oh no, Nasus backs off, making a very wise decision. Very passive, conservative decision.
He's thinking about late game. He has no need to take risks right now. There's no need whatsoever for red team to take risks. Blue team is in the position where they need to take all the risks. They need to make the big plays, the big, scary, risky plays, and everything. They need to make something happen. All red team needs to do is wait out the clock at this point. I don't.
Oh, wow, that wasn't the best ultimate from Aiden though. Look what happened
it prevented Jaslyn from dying, so I'll give him that. But I mean, there wasn't a whole lot else they could do at that point to save that tower.
Could have been positioned a little better, so Kale would have been pushed back because Jaslyn did get most of her health back.
Oh, they take out the bot tower. That's 2 towers down by 15 minutes.
Oh, this might be a turnaround jumper for them right here. This is going to be a kill on
Ezreal.
Oh, wow, look at that flash.
Juked it. He's getting taken out by Spider Lady, but still, that's too little too late.
I don't think they're going to be able to get her.
Yeah.
Dragon's not up for
They're not even trying for her. Elise is trying to solo her. She might get her. I don't know. Look at that silence on her again. Now she's like, oh, screw this. Screw this. That silence is so annoying. I'm out of here. But what she did not know, because they have no vision of the map, is that the red team actually had nobody there to back up the Soraka. So
this is one of those situations when you have a lack of vision on the map, you're not going to be able to see. That's just
all right. Thanks a lot, Chinese John Madden, for that tip.
When you have fog of war, you cannot see what the enemy is doing.
If you want to know what your enemy team is up to, you want to put sight wards in their base.
To see.
Absolutely. That's going to be a top tower here for red team.
Sight wards help you see?
I don't know, man. You might want to write that one down. That's gold right there. You could sell that in an ebook.
Yeah, kills give you gold, by the way.
That's going to be money. That's a money tip right there. Serious pro tips from Pureshield.
Seriously, pro tips, man.
Oh, I didn't even notice it, but Nunu stole her blue. Blue from blue.
This Nunu is just he needs to get charged with like robbery, aggravated assault, and pretty much like anything that has invasion, the privacy, all that good stuff, you know.
Exactly.
And again, this is a 10,000 lead with 4 tower advantage for purple team right now.
They're gonna go all in on this Soraka. They'll probably get her, but
Soraka botches the flash.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Oh my goodness, that's not very good for
red
them.
team getting a little cocky actually right now due to their lead.
Between my preference of ADs in terms of like just sheer power of damage is still over Draven. Draven is actually one of my favorite AD characters right now, simply because of the fact that I get destroyed by Draven so many times. Like good Draven.
Absolutely.
I know if any good Draven, Jasmine is going to be one of the best Dravens I know.
Yeah, like, she plays a pretty pro Draven, I think, better than Gold 2 in my opinion, but that's my uneducated opinion anyway. That they're gonna SWOTOR this Kale all the way down, halfway down the mid lane. She's gonna die. Oh no!
Like, she'll die to the
saved. Oh no! There she goes. There we go. Lee Sin finishing him off. That was epic right there. Nunu's gonna run for his life, but if they switch to him entirely, then he's gonna go down. He's gonna flash for it.
Very nice.
Ezreal trying to get that revenge. Man, are they both gonna escape? That's a heck of a move. I cannot believe both of them escaped. I thought for sure they'd pick off one or the other, but anyway, we're gonna go back to top lane. Nasus and Jax still fighting over top lane. The eternal battle, the man with the lantern and the dog with the staff. I think.
I mean, I don't know who to cheer for really. Both of them sound pretty interesting.
I like the dog with the staff, but
I mean, it's like a Snoop Doggy Dogg is like, and Dr. Dre's at your door kind of deal. You know?
Right. Well, what's Lantern Man? Is he? What is he? Biggie Smalls?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Yeah, yeah. I can't believe we're making like rap references right now. I think that Jax, if Jax stays around for too long, he's going to go down. Nasus does this as ultimate and Ghost, so he can actually essentially chase this with no problem. He doesn't have Merc Shreds though, so now if he does get stunned on the tower, he's getting the full duration right there. Jax is healing up a little bit with a flash. Again,
it's close.
There we go. He's going down right here. Jax has no chance. Ghost has been popped.
Interdimensional Q hits him through the flash. Oh, that's pretty funny. When it's not happening to me, it's funny. If it happened to me, I'd be screaming right now.
Well, I can give you a little bit of more insight on why Q sometimes go interdimensional. As soon as they buff the range of Q when you pop your ultimate, the distance between your flash and the actual distance you're jumping, or whatever the gap close you're using, right? It predicts the Q actually within range, even though you might actually be right out of range. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people that definitely sometimes misunderstand that. But even if you're a little out of range, it does hit you because it's faster technically according to
whatever game mechanic it is that causes that to happen. It's pretty clear on screen. That's not what's supposed to happen. It's just it's pretty clear. But anyway, an ult from Kale on Nunu, divine intervention there, not very helpful because as soon as it wears out, Lee Sin kicked him right out of his ult. And this is just a fight just waiting to happen. They're finally going to finish Nunu.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Is Jaslyn going to pay for it? No, Jaslyn does not pay for it. Look at this.
God.
Oh, God. Iden getting slaughtered by an Ezreal out of freaking nowhere.
That's Jax, though.
But Jax coming down to bot lane. Nasus is still farming top. I don't know about all, good farm on Nasus, 137 CS, but it's not helping him at all in this team fight, is it? Because he's not here. Jax is going to try to chase down Soraka. Between Soraka and Jax and Lee Sin, the only thing I could save her is a flash, and it is not up. So she is done. And Ezreal recalling in the bush. He's going to get away almost for sure. Yeah, there he goes. And Nasus farming away. That's okay. Nasus knows that he doesn't really need to be there for that fight because he's there for late game. He's going to be there for a fight sooner or later where he's going to stomp their entire team. He just got to farm that Q. And that's why, personally, I don't like playing Nasus. Because that playstyle of sitting up top and farming, ultimate farmer Nasus is not that entertaining to me. Mm-hmm. I know that certain people of certain ethnic backgrounds, like like certain co-casters. They
Wow.
like to just
Why
farm.
do you have to bring the? Why
They
does
just like to
that
farm for a
my
living.
goodness.
They just
Yeah.
sit there and they just farm gold all day long.
Yep, all day long. Any game we play, we farm gold, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Age of Conan, Eon, Eve.
Hey, you said it. I didn't. Wait, actually, I did kind of say
you
it.
said
didn't I?
you said that. Yeah, World of
that's right.
Warcraft, League of Legends, even StarCraft. All we do is just macro game the entire time.
Yeah,
that's all we do.
just
Just
farm.
get gold.
Just farm.
Yeah.
So
bases.
all racism aside, Nasus playstyle of just farming all game is not the kind of playstyle I like. I prefer to roam all over the place.
Of course.
So-
but this Nasus did hit his 300 threshold for 20 minutes, which is actually very impressive. So that's mean his Q ratio to actual farm ratio is good. He has 150 at 20 minutes. That's a very standard farm and 3 kills. So overall, he's doing very well. However, I mean, we got to take into consideration that even if he does, I mean, there's so many different factors to the blue team's late game.
Yeah.
So not only do you have Draven, who can easily chunk even tanks, right? You have Elise, which is kind of executioner based on percentage health. So if you're building Warmox, you're actually a little bit afraid of Elise. And keep in mind that she's building a Leandris too, right? That's the reason that you're going to play Elise as well. Is you're going to do Leandris and her execution. So you also have to deal with Jax, which is also a hyper carry. So
Right.
to be quite frank, it's not really over, even if they do get to late game Nasus. You know, Nasus is getting ganked right now, though. This is actually going to be a dead Nasus, I think. I don't think there's a way he can make it out of this, just because based on the fact that he's totally going down.
Wow. I guess he hasn't reached that point yet, but you know, we this is a high skill game, and this isn't a bunch of people who are just going to give up for no reason. They can come back, and that's what they're doing here. They're actually making a huge comeback, blue team. They're still behind a lot of gold, but they're in a really good situation. Yeah, and they're going to get the counter gank there on Jax. Definitely, is not something he's going to escape. But they have a chance here. They really have a chance, especially with Nasus dead. This fight could go well for them. Draven is pretty darn fed.
Yeah.
And he's going to be unleashed on this team. Nunu and Kale still standing. Nunu and Soraka still standing. And there's a double for Jaslyn. Stand aside on Nunu.
No problem. This guy's going
triple.
down for sure.
Triple for Jaslyn. There you go. So there's that Draven comeback.
If you look
5,
at the
2, and
comparison
4.
between Ezreal's gold and Draven's gold right now, they're dead even, pretty much. Actually, Draven actually has a small advantage right now because of gold.
That's surprising. In fact, Draven's only about 200 behind Nasus. So we may actually see Jaslyn carry this. I'm rooting for her, of course. But there's a bottom inhib going down. Bottom inhib tower, going down. And they're going to try to chase him away. Oh, wow. Looks like Jax just flubbed his Q. I don't know if you saw that the same way I did. But
Flub.
I think he did. I think he targeted the wrong person. He just jumped straight up and down. But they got him anyway. It didn't matter. They got permaslow between Lee Sin's E and also Janna's E. No, it's her W. Zephyr's her W.
Oh, Cromar making a mistake. Oh, crap. Everybody else.
I realized it before. I realized it pretty quick.
W. Low.
Shut up.
Okay.
Anyway, I told you I don't play Janna that often. Yeah. Another dragon kick blocking the
That
Nunu
was
ult.
not the best kick. I mean, if you're going to kick, you got to kick early. You can't just wait until it's half charged and then have your team take the damage, right?
That's better than nothing.
Kale is pursuing this. We don't have Draven out there immediately. Draven's actually either waiting for an item or AFK. He's
No,
definitely
he's coming. He's coming. Jaslyn's on her way. She probably was waiting for an item.
Yeah.
But,
so are we going to see an ultimate just to try and turn this around from the Draven? Wow, that was a really fast a jump from Lee Sin right there, trying to feint some abilities right there. So by the looks of things, though, this is going to be a very hard push as soon as Nasus arrives. But however, they are playing in the base, and this is a really good time for Blue to be getting home card.
Nasus is jungling. If Blue Team initiates this
is over, actually.
Red Team's actually pinging Nasus right now. They're telling him to hurry up and go mid.
And Nasus is telling them to retreat. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious.
Yeah, well, Nasus is thinking about late game. We've been saying that the whole time. His focus is late game. He's not worried about 24-minute inhibitors. He wants, at 40 minutes, he wants to walk into their team and get a 1v5 pentakill. That's what he wants to do. So he's going for that late game hypercarry
Like
status.
I said again, it's like Jax is also a bit of a hypercarry late game.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jax is like one of the best duelists in the game, too.
Exactly.
And he's definitely a late game hypercarry. I don't know. I don't know if Jax versus Nasus. What do you think?
I think that because of the sheer mobility Jax brings with his leaps, I mean, if you look at his leaps right now, they're on a 6-second cooldown. So he can actually kite out Wither with no problem, right? Plus, he's also building, if you look at the situation right now, this is a little bit of a fight right now. It looks like Jax might be able to be targeting Kale. Although that might be a bad idea. Here comes 5 people.
Oh.
I don't think you can, even if you're hyper carry at this point, you probably can't take on 5 people at once.
No.
Very bad
So
kick.
many knockbacks. I can't even.
Goodness. This is a swole tour right there.
Everybody
that
flying
kick
all over the
did
place.
Interrupt the absolute zero there.
Yes,
Here
yes.
comes a little bit of pursuit from this team, and it's going to be a stun on Ezreal. I think Ezreal's going to be done after this. There's no way he can be escaping from this. He's just perma-slow. Here comes a flash, and Kale turning around, asking for her death right now.
Yeah.
I think they're going to take down basically most of the purple team, at least 2 people, and leave the rest pretty much battered and injured with zero cost to their actual team members.
Yeah, they really caught Nasus out of position there. That was perfect. It took a long time to kill him, but it was definitely worth it. Plus some just amazing plays, the Dragon Kick and the Tempest, all the chain together to keep Nunu from using his ult. I'd feel really bad for this Nunu right now. Just somebody let me ult, please.
Initially, I feel like that was a bad kick because he was kicking Nasus away from the team, but then I realized, he got the bowling ball action going.
Yeah,
whereas he actually knocked into other team members and especially Nunu interrupting that ult. So I don't know if that was a fluke because it didn't look like it was angled properly, but at the same time, though, mission accomplished, right? It's working as intended. So very nicely
plus,
done.
it's less life steal time for Nasus if he's flying through the air. When he's flying through the air, he's not stealing life, so there you go.
I mean, you could be.
Check out
He
this
comes a
Baron.
little bit of fast Baron attempt. This hasn't been warded because it has been picked out, so I don't even think that Blue can detect this. They don't get this relatively fast between the damage between Nunu and Nasus, and even Ezreal just by sheer attack speed.
They know about it now. If they didn't know about it before, they sure know about it now. But they actually do have a ward here in the brush. I was about to point that out, but they definitely have vision of it. They're not even going for a steal, though. They're just going to let it go. That's too bad.
So they have to let this go.
Yeah.
And this might actually turn into a very fast team fight with a pursuit to keep this up.
I don't know. Red team, I don't think would want to overextend at this point. I think that would be a disaster if they overextend. They don't want to lose this Baron buff, and they want to actually have an organized team fight. With all these people moving at different speeds, I think that if they tried to chase down blue team, they would be in serious trouble. I think Kale would get caught, and Nasus, no doubt, would either be caught by himself or be away from the team, because what we've seen so far from him is that he's very much a lone wolf and is not really cooperating with the teamwork. And that's not a insult or anything, because this is not an arranged game. This is just a standard duo queue, solo queue ranked game. So it really is no coordination here. But they have to take that into account. And it looks like Jack's actually getting things started, and Nunu gets knocked back, but he got quite a bit of damage off. Elise jumping into the pile. She's going to troll him with her built-in Zanyas, and everyone's jumping on Nunu. That's the wrong target. Nasus is walking through the team now. Lee Sin trying to escape. Everybody is alive. Soon that shall end, though, as Jax...
Jax,
saved him.
No! Nunu survives, and
Nunu survives, and now with Jax down,
does not look good
blue team is in bad shape. Nasus' ult has worn off. And Elise also dies, and blue team's officially lost that team fight, and they're also going to go down. They're also going to take out this inhibitor. Nunu getting a little bit of health back thanks to his consume and thanks to the heal coming from his teammate, and he is going to run away and survive. He had no health remaining whatsoever. That was pretty funny, I have to say. I enjoyed that quite a bit, and saved by that divine intervention, literally saved by the divine intervention. Yeah, once Jax was down, they just crumpled, man. They just crumpled. Yeah, they're going to try it again. Pureshield, what do you think?
I think that they're outnumbered, so I don't think blue team can actually defend this properly.
Yeah.
We should be a few more seconds before Elise come up. Now they're
Nasus' ult's not up. Nasus' ult will not be up for this fight if he goes in.
Oh, no. I think that's a bad idea for them to push that far in. They're going to interrupt from Jax, though. Is that Jax going to be able to take down the Ezreal? Ezreal goes down from Elise. It looks like Elise is going to keep on pursuing this. Nasus is dangerously low right now, but Soraka does have no mana right now. I don't think they're going to infuse or a heal of some sort, and Lee Sin overextends and pretty much drops himself. I don't know if this is a good idea from Elise. Elise jumps down right away. Oh no. Botching the opportunity for a major turnaround, not letting an AD carry get into proper position.
Yeah,
that was some really poor decisions from the tanks of blue team.
Yeah, I was really disheartened to see that Elise go in there like that, because that was the last chance the blue team had to turn that team fight around. Yeah, with Nasus staying for so long with his ult down, I thought that Jax may have a chance, Jax and Elise, but they kind of blew it. I think that the Lee Sin getting picked right away was a big problem for them, and red team is going to turn this and keep this pressure on. They will not let up, man. They're not pushing top lane. They're not jungling. They ain't taking other resources. They're just like, I'm just going to go take this top tower. I don't care. I'm just going to take that top tower. So 2 inhibitors down for blue team. Their comeback has been, they turned it around and went the other direction with it, and now they're way behind, 15k gold. where they had it up to about 8K difference. They had it as close as 8K, now it's back down to 15K. So bad news for blue team. No doubt our friends Aiden and Jaslyn not happy at this moment. But it's not over by any means. Nasus at 169 farm. He has not farmed at all in the last 10 minutes because they've been too busy fighting in mid lane.
I think that there's still a good chance for them to turn this around.
Yeah.
It's just look at the kill distribution on their team, though. On purple team, 1 kill. Just 1 kill for Ezreal. And even though he only has 1 kill, though, just by sheer number of farm and assists, though, he does have a higher gold right now than Jaslyn, but not by too much. I think what needs to happen is that Jaslyn really need to take advantage of the fact that they're pushed up right now and take as many minions as humanly possible during this time where super minions are up and just be ahead of Ezreal. Again, late game, ADC, as long as you have a hyper carry as well, that ADC still makes the greatest amount of difference just because of the fact that the range and just sheer crit value, right? I mean, NASA still has to get close to someone. Whereas, someone like Draven or Ezreal, they can just keep spamming the range abilities and right-click on people, and they can still pretty much kill them.
Yeah,
this is a basic definition of AD carry. But it looks like Nunu is doing a little bit of harass just to make sure, push them into their own base, gaining some vision right now. If I was him, I would actually go around and start warding within the enemy's base.
Right.
It's actually not really me trolling, but if they don't have knowledge of that pink ward right in the middle there, they would definitely go and start ward. It looks like with a dragon kill and this type of jungle dominance, blue team is going to be encased in their own base. I don't think that there's a huge opportunity for them to come back. They definitely
they need to catch them. They need to catch them with some teamwork. A pick, yeah. Oh, they actually landed a cocoon.
Wow, that's going to be a nice
Kale. She
right
can
here.
have a divine intervention to survive it, but that's going to only last about 5 seconds, and then she's done. That dragon kick was very poorly planned.
Very poorly.
But Jax manages to make something out of it. Now they're going to just pile on the Nasus. Can they kill Nasus? He's down to under half. But, there's so much healing and defense coming in from Soraka. Can they deal with it? Blue team's still alive. They finished Nasus. It's now 5 versus 3, and then Janna dies to 4 versus 3. But unfortunately for them, they are going to have to back off because Elise is going to go down next. I think Soraka was trying to get that kill. No, Jaslyn's turning it around, trying to pick off the Soraka. They also lost Lee Sin. Now, can Draven and Jax finish off their whole team? They are kind of split.
Wow, look at Draven.
Unfortunately, Jaslyn went for the support. That might be a problem. She still has her barrier available at this time. If she can catch Ezreal right now, she can practically two-shot him, and she will win that fight no matter what, even with a Nunu slow.
Though. Look at these super minions that are in the base right now.
Oh, no.
Very little chance for him to be able to defend this.
Jaslyn, I'm sorry. I was rooting for you, but I think this is GG. She's going to be forced all the way into the pool. She actually panicked barriered there to try to survive that snowball. Aiden's back alive, our level 13 support, and Jaslyn.
I think this is it for them. I don't think there's
they're just going to pressure them until the Nexus dies, and it does. Oh man, I got excited when they killed Nasus, man. I thought they had it, man.
Oh man, that was so very well played stuff from Jazz. Oh my god, I was going to say Jaden and what was it? Idolin?
Yeah,
how would I have said
Islin?
That?
No, Jaslyn and Aiden was very well played. I almost saw a comeback coming out of there. I think the biggest problem that blue team had, and tell me if you agree with me, is that they did not shut down Nasus, and he was too strong late game. Even though he never reached the full peak power, he was still powerful enough that he was a major problem.
I think it's also, I do believe that, again, jungler versus jungler, this Nunu straight up outskilled Elise. We can't discount this Nunu. This Nunu have great positioning, great disruptor, very nicely landed snowballs, and it was a perfect distraction for the MNT. I mean, again, he built Leandri, so he's also always a constant presence. Whereas the Elise just really didn't make that much of a difference. She kind of threw her life away most of the time. So I think it's a combination of both, lack of hyper carry, right? And if you look at Nasus, he's not very damage based. He's very tanky, right? And you look at Jax, who's also damage based. It didn't work out for blue team that their jungler was just not as good as the Nunu. Simple as that. Like the jungler was behind the entire time, didn't have a lot of survivability, and make some reckless decisions throughout the entire match.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I thought that the one where they were taking out the middle inhibitor and Elise pushed in, went just totally deep on Nasus. I thought that was a huge mistake, and there were similar mistakes along the way. But ultimately, I have to agree with you. The junglers made a huge difference. Look at the levels as well. Level 17 Ezreal, level 17 Nunu, level 16 Nasus. Take a look at blue team now. 14 Elise. Jax is a level behind.
Exactly.
Draven's 2 levels behind. That's not good.
There's absolutely no way that if you're jungler again, your jungler's main purpose is to give your team advantage, and definitely at least didn't have that presence of giving his team basically low advantage.
Yeah,
So still very well nicely played by Jaslyn and Iden. Excuse me. Wow, I just burped on there.
It was a very exciting game.
Yeah.
It
You
was.
gotta cut that out. You gotta cut that out. Just cut that out.
No, I'll enhance it.
I'll
Loop it
loop
throughout
it.
the whole thing as a background music track.
Yeah.
Pure Shield, the flatulence wub step.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks guys for watching. It's been fun. Pure Shield and I have not casted a game in quite a while, so this has actually been really fun. And I hope we can do some more of these in the future. And also, Aiden and Jaslyn had no idea we're casting this, so
Let's just post it up and
I'm gonna post it up and link it to them and be like, "Hey guys, I found a video of you on the internet. I don't know where it came from." All right.
This guy Pure Shields was casting. Anyways.
Yeah,
okay.
whoever this guy is. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.